We can think of this, if I were to kind of expand on it, would be it's this kind of neurochemical, psychological equivalent of making your home environment filthy for a while, not actually putting you into this positive amplification of dopamine. So it depletes the dopamine system. And it's likewise in drugs of abuse and addiction, it eventually depletes the dopamine system. Initially, there's a huge dopamine surge with drugs of abuse like methamphetamine and cocaine. But over time, people are using more and more to achieve what is not such a great high. You even see this a little bit with kind of consumption of energy drinks. Like people are taking more and more chemicals within their energy drinks, and they're thinking about loud, fast music, energy drinks. It's kind of stacking of dopaminergic tools. Now, that's not as pathologic. In fact, there are some energy drinks I'll occasionally drink, and I enjoy them. I don't think we need to be entirely afraid of pursuing or engaging in things that release dopamine. Obviously, healthy sexual behavior, food that we love, social engagement, all of these things can be dopaminergic. It's the big peaks in dopamine that are not associated with any prior effort or organization of self that are particularly dangerous for the human being.
Yeah, well, you could see that's a cardinal danger of affluence. Then
that's right. This is why the children of
right? That's right. You cannot get rats addicted to cocaine if they live in their natural environments.
Is that right?
You can only get rats addicted to cocaine if they're isolated rats in a cage. Yeah, they won't bar press for cocaine in a natural environment, and it's because they have alternative sources of dopaminergic gratification.
Very interesting.
So, it's very interesting.
Yeah, the children of very wealthy people who are overindulged, I've seen that many times, many times, and it is a very sad sight.
Well, they're not optimally deprived, eh? And that issue of optimal deprivation, that's a killer issue for an affluent society. We're going to have to stop because it's been more than an hour and a half, and I don't want to stop because there were a bunch of things I wanted to talk to you about. And I should let everybody know who's listening. If you go to Dr. Huberman's podcast, you can hear him discuss some of these things. We were going to talk about dreams, sleep, rest, and learning, because we didn't talk about the relationship between dreams and learning and reinforcement, which I'd love to talk to you about. We didn't talk about fasting. We didn't talk about physical health, aging, and how to ameliorate it. We didn't talk about salt. We didn't talk about flexibility, and we didn't talk about gratitude. So I would say we should probably do another podcast at some point. I would also tell everyone who's watching and listening that Dr. Huberman invited me onto his podcast. And so some of these things we can discuss when that happens, because I would like to have that happen.
I look forward to that.
I would also like to, it'd be good. We obviously have lots to talk about.